on, guys? It's Uncle Nick, and I'm here with Brian, Dirty Andy. Ola's still working out.
See Bill.
Bye, Billy. Billy just left. Ola's still working out, so if there's a question for him in here, we'll just grab him. All right, so here we go. Question. Looks like for all of us, if you're not making much progress on a lift, in my case, overhead press, do you think an extra day focus on that lift would be beneficial or detrimental?
Just shit can it. You're wasting time.
Throw it all out.
Don't go back to it. You're not good at it. Don't even worry about it.
I think it depends, because if you did that with deadlifts, you would literally run yourself right to the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some with overhead press, you can get away with it, but it also depends on your level. So if you're an advanced guy, no, absolutely not. You need to work on your weak points. You need to work where you're failing. But if you're a beginner, you can probably get away with it because you're not using heavy enough weights to really run down your CNS or really tire your triceps out that much.
In all honesty, saying overhead press is not enough information.
Yeah.
Where are you pinned on your chest? Are you missing lockout? That's a lot of what goes into your programming to fix those weak points to bring it all together for the full lift. So without more information, we kind of can't really answer that other than work on what's wrong, spend time on what's wrong, and make it right.
If you were going to do it, the way I would do it, not saying that's the right way, but say I have my overhead press day and then my bench press day, I would work some overhead press stuff in the assistance, triceps, lockout, so you kind of double tap some of that assistance stuff. But that was from Michael Buchanan.
Thanks, Mike.
To everyone, what are your thoughts on straps for exercises like rows and deadlifts? Are they used rarely for training grip or to help more often since they are allowed in strongman events?
I think it depends if you're a strongman. If you are a strong... Black hole, son.
Who turned off the camera?
You're naughty.
Naughty boy.
But yeah, I think it depends if you're doing strongman. Because if you're doing strongman, you're going to be doing literally 20 things throughout that week that are going to tax your grip. If you're doing powerlifting, I would stay away from straps.
Andy?
It's one of those things where straps help you overload your back. So if you're doing a row, you're going to fail at your grip before you fail at your back. So work up till you can't do it without the straps and throw the straps in to make sure you get your weight in.
But for things like croc rows that are like really heavy dumbbell rows, really high rep, absolutely. I would absolutely tell you straps because you can get so much more out of that exercise. For bent over rows where you're double overhand, I hate to tell you, but around 365 to 405, you're not reversing that motion anymore. Like, you need something to hold on to unless you have Andy hands, which I don't. So, it's like a baby bird. But yeah, so I would definitely say, I can't remember what I was saying.
About straps. It depends. Like, if it's a farmer's carry, I never use straps.
No.
Ever. People ask that all the time, should I use straps? No, don't be an idiot. You will never see a strapped farmer's carry in a strongman event, and if they are, just go up and kick the promoter in the dick.
Wasn't
Yeah.
the Arnold or Nationals or something strapped?
What was it?
Nationals was a frame deadlift. They took out the farmers.
What was the farmers that was just strapped at a big contest?
Arnold has it every other year,
I
basically.
don't know about it.
They go the frame super heavy 1 year.
The frame's also like 1,200 pounds.
Right, 500 kilos,
Yeah.
520 kilos or whatever.
No, this was like local.
Yeah.
It was like our Arnold, not like the real Arnold. I don't know.
Thank you, Schmeegs.
Thanks,
I guess Schmeagle. My precious. Philip Castell. Man, you asked like 6 questions in one question. That's cheating.
Give us the good one.
What does Andy do with his free time? He
That is a
breeds
good one.
cats.
Your mom.
Oh! My mom's probably gonna watch
Your
this.
mom's a cat?
Sorry, Miss Myers.
No, she's a feline.
What do I do with my free time? Man, that's a good question. I drive to the gym 8 hours a week total.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of my time.
Yeah, all the people are like, I don't have a good gym around me. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You're just not willing to drive an hour
Right.
15 each way.
Right, yeah. So I drive to the gym a lot. Work, obviously. I have a 9 to 5. Right now, my daughters are playing softball, so that's a lot of my time. So there's
Andy's
that.
kind of dad of the year. Like, and I'm not saying that. Like, Andy really is a good dad because he's a good dad to us. Which means he probably, the kids that he actually loves, he's probably a really good dad to.
I'll take that, I guess.
Olu, what's your favorite yummy meal?
Parmesan and goosey soup.
And goosey soup.
What the-
I knew a goosey soup.
A goosey soup?
A goosey soup.
Is that like a goose in soup?
Look, if you don't know, you're not after.
Okay. Does anyone in the gym do one-arm pull-ups? No. That's stupid.
No, but even more impressive, I think, than one-arm pull-ups. Nick hit a two-finger pull-up, two-finger, one on each hand pull-up a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it was on video. I've done a three-finger, two-in-one. I think, Brian, you did a three-finger.
Two-in-one.
Two-in-one.
Yeah,
Not like
the
this.
minivan.
Not like this.
Yeah.
That's called Captain Hook grip.
But yeah, Nick, try that. You'll be humbled, and you might hurt a tendon in your finger. I'm not responsible for that.
But honestly, guys, one-arm pull-up is cool. It's cool to be able to say that you do it, but for what we're doing, the risk isn't worth the reward.
What are your chest and shoulder measurements?
Mine?
Smack yourself.
Yeah, dude.
What are your chest and shoulder measurements? Smack yourself. How many push-ups can Nick do? All of them. What are your top 3 lower back strength exercises besides deadlift? Deadlift.
Man, wasn't there a couple videos?
Deadlift
recently?
and shake weight.
Tug toner.
Okay, you got like 6 questions. So thank you, Philip Castell. On to the next one. My question would be for Brian or anyone else in your gym with a wrestling or combat sport background. I'm a wrestling coach for ages 6 all the way to seniors in high school. I've moved our strength and conditioning programs more toward the strongman style training. What would be the top 3 strongman movements you would recommend regardless of age?
Yeah, but you can't say regardless of age, because if the kid's 7, then it's going to be very different than if the kid's 18. Because 7-year-old, you can literally probably kill.
So we'll just go with the high school kids.
Okay, high school kids, they're definitely going to be needing to do a lot of carries, like sandbag carries, pretty much any type of odd object carry, but especially sandbags, because I think that has the best translation over to crush grip, as well as it just being kind of a sack of sand, like a bag of sand, man.
It's like a bag of sand.
Like a bag of sand. So since a bag of sand, you always have to be dealing with it. It's not easy to pick up. It's not easy to carry. The crush grip's very, very big. I would actually say Turkish get up with a heavy object, not like a 20-pound dumbbell, like a genuinely heavy object. Turkish get up will do a lot for your fighting. And then another strong movement, stones is decent because of the hips. Clean and press is decent because of the hips. It's all going to translate. Honestly, if he's doing strongman movements, he's going to be doing okay, because the crush strength, the hip strength, the posterior chain strength, all of it is exactly what he needs for any type of wrestling or combat sports background. I could not recommend strongman enough for anyone who wants to do things that actually has to do with manipulating another body, whether it be a fireman having to carry people out, a fighter needing to wrestle somebody or fight somebody. Man, strongman is absolutely where you want to be.
That was a decent question. That was from Scott McPherson. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
This one's from Brandon Jones. Q&A for Nick. Do you have any tips for keeping body fat low aside from conditioning? What's your nutrition like? I'm 10 pounds heavier. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm on a seafood diet. I see it, I eat it. But the bulk of my diet is beef and white rice. I salt every meal. It's kind of off of the vertical diet that Stan Efforting does. Brian are you still doing it?
Yeah.
Brian does it. Brian Shaw. They all do versions of the vertical diet, and I don't do huge portions anymore. I notice that I have more energy with smaller meals more often. So it's like 2 cups of rice, and I just kind of eyeball how much beef I cut up and put in there. But I kind of know just by looking at it what I need. I don't really measure anymore. Anybody got time for measuring? But outside of conditioning, giant sets. Do everything in giant sets. Every workout's like conditioning.
Which is, if you're afraid of conditioning, you aren't going to be
Pick up your intensity of your workout. It's that simple.
Yeah. Rest less.
Yes. Scott Capillari. What are your strongman goals for the next 3 years, Brian?
Honestly, just get back to where I was. Have fun. Enjoy competing with these guys. Actually do a competition where I don't screw everything up.
We call it shit the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's it. I have no idea. I just turned 38. I have a couple more years of being competitive with the young guys, and then I'm not really sure, so that's definitely probably within the next 3 years. That time will come. So right now, just trying to have fun, trying to see where I can get to.
Andy?
What was it? What
is your strongman goals for the next 3 years?
3 years, Jesus, wow. I'd say pull 675. Blobzilla.
That's this year.
Baby steps. Blobzilla.
Blobzilla was huge.
And I would say get back to a 400 stone for reps, I think.
Heavy stone for reps.
It's a kind of, the third one's kind of a toss-up between that and 400 farmer / 800 frame. Again, I don't know. So I'd take a bonus 4.
What about you, Uncle Nick? What are your strongman goals for the next 3 years?
I would like to be a contender at the official strongman games for Worlds. In
Let's
the
talk
90
about
kg
realistic
class.
goals.
I'd like to shake weight at least 90 pounds.
It's better.
But yeah, I'd like to be podiuming at the Arnold in the 231s at my current body weight, at least within the next 3 years. I think that's realistic, or at least top 5. But those are some big, strong boys from all over the world, so it's some serious competition, and I would love to be one of the top contenders at the official strongman games for the 90 kgs. I would like to get a 90 kg world title and then move up to the 105 and work my way up the ranks there as well. So that's what I'm trying to do.
For the record, I feel sorry for you 105s out there.
That was from Cower Capillary. I hope I pronounced your first name right. Brandon Harper. How do you generally program reverse hypers? Pretty much after any big deadlift day. Because that's what I do for recovery to start. That's like the first step of my recovery. Get done everything, go hit some reverse hypers for like 4 or 5 rounds for 30 seconds.
I typically hit reverse hyper every deadlift day and glute ham raise every squat day. Like as a general rule of thumb, it's like, glute ham raise is virtually a pull up for your lower body, and reverse hyper is virtually interchangeable. It just depends on where you want to throw the pressure, and so if you're not doing both of those and you have access to them,
Right.
definitely do it because everything will start skyrocketing.
And not everybody has access to it,
No.
so take advantage.
Absolutely.
All right. Next question is from Austin Shiner. Have you ever done any form of martial arts fighting? And for Brian, does he still do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Yes, I have. I dabbled in it a little bit throughout the military. I was doing it more for fun. It's just great conditioning. I played ice hockey a little bit in high school, and then got in the military and picked up fighting. Went through the Army combatives and kind of escalated from there. But Brian, I think you just started back up on doing
post-surgery.
BJJ.
Yeah, this past week was my first week back to fighting. So, yeah, I absolutely. I've had martial arts in my life literally since I was like 12.
Yeah, he's done it.
So yeah, I've spent a considerable amount of time getting beat up and kicked in the face.
I just like hitting people with my head in hockey.
But yeah.
What's your favorite? This is from Stallion 5169. Stallion. What's your favorite accessory movement to get speed off the floor with your deadlift? Bands and deficits.
Banded deadlift, front squats.
Banded deadlift.
It's a unanimous decision. Banded deadlift. What type of diet are you all following at the moment? Vertical diet, essentially. Vertical diet.
Vertical for the most part.
Yeah. That was from Misha Masha. You really thought that one out. From Franco Fernandez. What other sport would you do? Strength sport not included. I used to play lacrosse and ice hockey. I would love to pick back up on ice hockey or lacrosse, or get back into rolling again. Brian?
MMA or rugby?
Rugby looks fun.
Rugby looks fun.
My knees can't handle much as far as athletic endeavors go, so that's like in the past. So, I don't know, darts?
Curling? Curling?
Darts, bowling.
We should get a dartboard for the gym. What if we got a dartboard for the gym and like they were like
blindfolded,
but they were like you had to do 30 burpees, and like every time someone did something stupid, you like line up,
yes,
and you get the dart. You know what I mean? And they had to do it.
How important is a good belt? That is from Cimarron Shannon. If you're gonna spend money on any piece of equipment, spend the extra $1 on getting a good Inzer belt or a nice belt from Rogue. One of those companies that makes like the 10mm, 13mm single. Andy hates double prong.
Single prong. Never double prong.
What kind of belt do you have?
I have an Inzer.
Inzer.
We all three have Inzer belts. I have a 13 millimeter. You have a 13 millimeter.
Look, I've had a lot of different belts, as I'm sure you have as well. I can say hands down, and there's a lot of companies who make belts that I'm friends with, but I'm not friends with Inzer, and their customer service is horrendous. The worst customer service in the world. If you order your belt, you might get it by 2026, maybe.
Or you might get it tomorrow.
Or you might get it tomorrow. But don't expect a call or a receipt or anything. But I will say, they make absolutely hands down the best belts for cheap. They have a lifetime guarantee. There's absolutely no better belt on the market. It's just, if you're having children, they might be able to use the belt when they graduate college, because you might not get it till then. You might want to edit out that joke. That joke sucked.
I wasn't even listening. I was looking for the next question. Q&A for you all from Matthew Hanft. I hope I said that right. No, I don't. What's your favorite strongman lift to perform? As in, which do you find the most fun?
We just did this.
Like, not what you're best at. Like, what's just the most fun for you? Stones? Is that your
Rest.
Shake
Most fun in strongman? I don't know. I think the most fun in honestly, the most fun that you can have in strongman is when you get a group of like 5 or 6 really hard-minded people, and you do something like you grab a heavy tire and you're like, hey, we're gonna go turns, no rest, and we're gonna flip it until people quit, until there's one man left. That's what we're gonna do. And we do it with farmers, we do it with tires, we do it kettlebell swings, we do it with all kinds of things. That is fun. And that also produces a string of text throughout the rest of the day where everyone's like, dude, I feel like a rhino got a hold of me and raped me last night.
We just make fun of each other for the next 12 hours.
Because you feel so close to those people because you had shared suffering, and you do get better. Something changes about the group, something changes about yourself, but that's the most fun that you can have doing strongman.
I think my most fun event is probably cake toss. Like, it's fun
Cake
to
toss
just
is
go
fun.
out there and throw something as high and as far as you can.
Yeah.
Because it's not taxing. It's just fun. It's go out there, I can throw it higher than you. You can dick around, have fun with it, and just enjoy that that's actually something you might see in an event.
Yeah.
I'd say farmers. Before I even knew that there was... Before I even knew there was like amateur strongman, I didn't know anything outside of World's Strongest Man. I made a set of farmers for general physical preparedness type stuff, just conditioning and grip and whatnot. So that's the first thing I ever did, 12 years ago, 14 years ago or whatever. So like that just kind of brings me back to where it all started for me.
Raju Kumar, any advice on lower back rounding while going for AMRAPs on deadlift? It happens.
Get your brace. As long as you have your brace, you're fine. Like, if you don't have a brace, you're going to get hurt. If you have a brace, you're fine.
My back rounded about 20 minutes ago. Oliver Tinsley, do you think one man can hold the squat, bench, and deadlift world records all at once?
No.
There's no way.
Wait, me? Yes. I could. No one else though. No one else in the entire world. Squat, bench, and deadlift. Did Ed Cohn? I don't know enough about powerlifting.
It's so hard because are we talking about geared? Are we talking single ply? I'm
going to say no.
I would probably say no.
Yeah, because there's technicians out there. There's bench only guys. There's guys that can squat 13 in a triple ply.
Because of that reason, you'll never have someone holding all three because there's people that specialize in things.
Yeah.
And the further along the game you get, your body tends to pick either the squat or the deadlift. You know how like right now you're probably doing like 3 plates on the squat, 4 plates on the deadlift, 2 plates on the bench press, and that continues to go up, right? Well, when you get to a certain level, one of those 2 starts pulling away. Simply, whatever your body is better at, whatever your body's more built for, one of those 2 is like, I'm out, we're gonna roll, right? For me, that's squat. That's why right now my squat is it's past my deadlift. And it happens each one. So I really doubt that any one dude could hold all 3. Maybe though, because I don't follow powerlifting at all.
Well, so. I mean, are you talking super? Are you talking 308s? Are you talking the little guys or little women? Sorry. There's so many.
It's such a general
therapies.
question. You're not going to get a consistent answer.
I'd say very much more is likely at lower weight classes than higher weight classes.
Trey Cortista, there's a lot of numbers in your name. I don't really know how to say it. When will you go to Greece? I would love to go to Greece soon. My dad was born there, so I would love to get over there, kind of just go around, explore like Santorini, see all that stuff. That'd be fun.
Use all that YouTube money you make.
That'll buy me
He
nothing.
can go to Cava.
You can't even go to
He
college.
get that $9.
I can't go to
Cava. He'll save up for like 3 months and get that $9 Cava bowl. For you don't know, Cava's an amazing fast casual Mediterranean place.
And for those you don't know, YouTube doesn't pay.
Question from James Ward. Since we were talking about form, is it necessary to train your squat, ass to grass, and strongman? I think this guy.
Let Andy handle it.
It's very subjective for what you want to do. I don't think so. Our hip is never going to be below our knee as far as parallel goes, or below that. So you're going to sacrifice weight, moving weight, going ass to grass. You can overload more weight going box squatting to parallel or even above parallel, to overload to get your body ready to do a really heavy yoke. I mean, if you can squat, say 500-600 to a box that's higher than parallel, you'll be able to handle 700, 800, 900 pound yoke potentially. But if you're worried about ass to grass and you're squatting 315, you're not going to be anywhere near 700, 800, 900 on the yoke.
Next question. Team Super Natty. Nice. Hey Nick, do you Zerch or no?
Zerch, bro.
No, I don't. Unless I have a Zercher carry in an event, which I haven't, I don't do it. I'll front squat, I'll SSB squat, but I won't Zerch, brah.
I think there are much better options than
Yes.
Zercher. And if you're a strongman, honestly, throwing a bar into the crook of your elbow, that at our level, you're looking at like 500-600 pounds for Zercher stuff. So we're not talking about like 300 pounds where you can do something the next day. You're talking about seriously doing damage to your arm, and then the next day you're going to be picking up kegs or sandbags or stones or something, and that's just going to screw up our training. So honestly, I don't know too many serious strongmen who even bother with Zercher. I'm sure some do.
It's like a trend now.
Cue the comments below because I'm sure it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I will say we have found much better options that we use all the time.
Next question is from Ben J1B. Why did Brian Allsrew almost kill a guy at Strongman Nationals last year? You guys briefly mentioned it, but never said what actually happened, and that is a story I would love to hear. Brian? You don't
Well,
have to name names.
all right. There may have been a judge or someone working the event who likes to yell at people a lot, and I understand it, man. People need to yell at people when you're herding kittens, and a lot of times strongmen are like herding kittens, right? So I get that you need to yell at people to get them where they need to be. However, you do not need to disrespect people and talk down to them, and I did feel like that was going on, so I may have said a thing or two, and then I did something in the wrong. I walked through a barrier that I wasn't allowed to walk through and got screamed at like I was 6 years old. I don't know if you know me or not, but no one screams at me like a 6-year-old. No one treats me like a little kid. So I immediately jumped back up and got right back up in his face, and we had some words. I'd say words were
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah.
And Nick was actually, I didn't see Nick because I was just seeing red. I had the person dead in front of me, that was it.
It was like one of those ribbons, like they make lines with that you unclip, like one of those ropes that you
Like in
get
the
at
movie theater.
movies.
The velvet
And I was
rope.
standing there, I had it unclipped. I hadn't gone through it yet, but I had it unclipped because they were about 3 inches from each other's face. I'm like, my game plan here is to get the guy away from Brian because Brian's not going to get away from him. So if I can get in between them and just drag that guy out of there, that's probably my best chance.
But to be honest, as with most people who treat other people like that, the second that you stand up and you say something, they're completely cool. And he is super nice, super cool guy, right? I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying sometimes the people skills, you don't need to treat grown men like they're little kids.
Once the
And-
tempers calmed down, it was a
It was
nice
fun.
conversation.
Right.
Everything was okay.
But if you treat a grown man like a little kid, and you do it to the wrong grown man, that person's gonna push back, and I will always push back.
So the last question is, Jonathan Hughes. I had a beard, just cut it off. Well, you're an
Bro,
idiot.
what is wrong? You just failed at life. Video over. It's a wrap. Thanks for the
It's
question.
crap. I'm not even gonna read the rest.
There's nothing more to read.
How
Like,
much of a pain is your beard when lifting, and what was the most painful thing that happened while lifting to it? I caught it on a Continental clean and press. So I went to here.
If you're gonna complain about pain in the same sentence as beard,
Like,
I feel like I understand why I cut it off.
you would never understand.
I would never understand, but I would also never complain about,
Yeah.
I got a Continental clean and press stuck in my beard.
You just gotta deal with it.
Yeah, you deal with it. You're a man. That's the whole point of growing a beard. I'm not a man because I can't grow a beard. So I can complain all day long.
It wasn't like this excruciating pain, but it definitely got your attention. I don't know, for all you guys that have beards out there, if someone's ever walked up and grabbed your beard, one, if you're one of those people, don't fucking do that, because you're gonna get
I
slapped.
feel like that would be a mean thing to do.
Yeah, because
Wait, a guy grabbed your beard?
no, like people looked up and and then you just want to smack the shit out of them. Like
Then a guy.
You just don't go in the yes.
Did he work
maybe.
out?
On Wednesdays. So I did a Continental clean and press, and when it got to this portion, it got right on the meat of my beard and pulled my chin down, and I almost bit the bar.
I have seen you do that quite a bit of times.
And that definitely gets your attention because it just sucks when you have 260 pounds and it goes on your beard. But that just shows how strong my beard is.
Beard game.
I will say, watching Alan Thrall do like power cleans,
Yeah, he like
somehow
up.
he misses it though. Like he cleans it and like his head flip works so that it's like beard over top. Like it's amazing.
I have been getting in the habit of that when I clean. As soon as I bump it, I just tilt my chin back and then the bar goes underneath. Andy used to have a pretty dirty beard once upon a time.
It was clean as shit. What are you talking
And then he cut it off. I meant like dirty in a good way.
Oh,
Like twins Turskis.
about? Jeez, I sent it.
But that is it for the Q&A, guys. Thank you for asking questions. I hope I didn't miss any. Some of you guys hid questions in these novels, and for time's sake, we just kept on rolling. But I just want to thank Dirty Andy for coming and sitting down, and Brian for coming and sitting down. I really appreciate you guys for
Thank you
doing
for
that.
having us.
What's the deal with these?
I believe not this Friday, the following Friday, so like the 15th kind of time, like mid-June. They will be releasing Suffer Beautifully, what are these things called? Tank tops.
Tank tops.
Tank tops, and we're going to be releasing shirts that actually have this on the back with the whole, it has to start somewhere, it has to start sometime, better place there, all that. This is going to be on the back, the Never Say It's going to be in front, so in 2 weeks there's going to be released. A couple weeks after that, the Dark Horse shirt will be released. We're still working on the design for that, so yeah, if you guys want to go to littlebrand.com, they'll be having that probably fairly soon, probably 2 weeks.
Fairly soon.
We can have
Yeah,
some-
there's a bunch of shirts coming out, and for those of you that asked about the Embrace the Suck shirt, I can put that room to rest. That is something in motion right now. So just be patient. When we have more info on that for you guys, we'll put it out. But until next time, guys, you know what the deal is. Get out there, get after it, and embrace the suck. I missed.
I can do, shit.
I got that.
Captain, I can do that.
Here, my turn. This is. Okay. This is going.
Oh!
I quit.
I quit.
I'm out. I'm going home.